Assalamualaikum, my name is Zulkarnain and I'm here to present about how can we detect human presence using Nodemcu, which is use receive signal strength indicator (RSSI). First thing first, what is data acquisition? Data acquisition is a process of automatically obtaining data from one or more sensors or transducers directly into the computer system. We perform the tasks such as conversion of data, storage of data, transmission of data, and processing of data. The DAQ can be classified into parts which is analog and digital. Analog DAQ can be obtained from the direct measurement of electrical quantities such as DC and AC voltages, DC and AC currents, and resistance. Analog also can be obtained from transducers such as linear variable differential transformer (LVDT) and thermocouple. Digital DAQ usually use digital components for storing or displaying the information, mainly the acquisition of analog signals like conversion of analog signals into digital signals or digital data. Processing of digital signals or digital data operation will take place in digital data acquisition. Nodemcu RSSI is one of the DAQ hardware. Nodemcu is an open source platform based on ESP8266 which can connect objects and let data transfer using the Wi-Fi protocol. General features in this board are easy to use, programmability with Arduino like IDE or IUA languages, available as an access point or station, practicable in event-driven API application, and having an internal antenna. The demonstration of this assignment, I start with entering the program that given in Google Classroom by changing the hotspot name and password to sync with the Nodemcu, and also to connect the Nodemcu to laptop using the USB cable. I can see the output at the serial monitor in the Arduino, and yes, it works successfully because whenever I get the Nodemcu close to the phone, the reading will increase. To make my task easy to analyze, I have come up with idea which is to create two measurement of distance which is using feet as a unit. From my phone as a Wi-Fi and the Nodemcu, I make two distance which is 2 feet and 5 feet. Between the phone and the Nodemcu, from these two distances, I have decided to stay in between Nodemcu in 10 seconds to see the increasing of reading, and of course after I walk away, the reading will decrease. Here I show you a video how I demonstrate this assignment. As you can see how the reading increase when I just in between of the Nodemcu and the phone. For 2 feet, the maximum reading of RSSI that I can achieve is 38, but for 5 feet, the maximum reading of RSSI that I can achieve is 75. So we can see how the reading drop when I walk away. After all the steps done, I analyze the output by just catch the reading on every second within the 10 seconds. So I plot the graph to see the data that I already have. For the calculation, from my result, I have calculated a few terms like standard deviation, mean, mode, median based on my reading. But I changed the positive value to make my calculation easy. First one is for 2 feet distance. As we know, to have the standard deviation, we need the value of mean. And also to have a median, we just have to find the middle value of the reading. Mode can have when we see often value of reading. As you can see, I got 34.4 for mean, standard deviation is equal to 2.91, median is 37.5, and for mode I got two value which is 30 and 38. For 5 feet distance, as you can see, mean is 56, standard deviation is 12.97, median is 74, and mode is 75. As I observe, based on the output, I can see that the Nodemcu can detect human presence by the program that I run. So from the distances that I have made, we see that the differences between these 2 feet and 5 feet distances, when we increase the distance between Nodemcu and the phone, which is a Wi-Fi, the reading of RSSI will increase. But when human walk along between the Nodemcu and the phone, the reading will extremely increase because of the RSSI can easily detect the human presence even if you have more than one person. As for conclusion, this assignment generally for safety purpose, which to detect human presence. For example, like to detect the intruder that came out of sudden in the house. So by this project, with a small cost, we can have like simple safety project. For me, I can learn many things like using Arduino and apply it using Nodemcu to come up with some output and purpose. Also, I can learn basic of DAQ and IoT, specifically in instrument and measurement subject, which I can apply in future.